Alright guys, so just got out of the gym, so I'm a little sweaty, but people make comments that they feel like carnivore is really expensive, and this is one of the reasons why they can never do it. And I want to counteract that with saying that it's absolutely 1,000% cheaper than your average way of eating, especially if you're going on a diet and you're buying those really expensive diet foods. This is way cheaper. And for example, when you go to the grocery store and you go and you buy all your groceries, when you get up to the cash register, just take out everything except for the meat, and there you go. You just saved yourself a bunch of money. You also got to consider you're not going to have those carb addictions and sugar addictions anymore, so the snacking thing goes out the window. You stay satiated, and you probably will only eat 1 to 2 times a day. So that really kind of lowers the amount of foods that you're eating anyways. And then of course, you don't have to go in there and buy the most expensive meats. I go and I live off of bacon and eggs and ground beef for the most part, because I am actually poor. As a matter of fact, if I wouldn't have done carnivore, there's about a 3 to 4 month period that I would have became homeless, because I wouldn't have been able to afford to eat and also supply all the things that I needed to supply myself. You also got to take into consideration your health. Your health is going to flourish like crazy pretty instantly too. You're going to get off a lot of those medications, I guarantee it, the longer you do it. So that's money saved. Also, you're not buying any diet foods such as supplements and proteins and stuff like that. You don't use that stuff. You need to just get rid of it anyways as you're doing this, and that's a lot of money saved. And then one thing that nobody ever talks about is all the grease that you're going to have left over. If you save that, it's really simple to turn it into tallow. And you can make a cooking tallow, and you can make a tallow that you rub all over your body and use as lotion, and that's what I do, and that's why I'm often very shiny. Oh, and an honorable mention, you're not going to be going out to eat, like hardly at all. And because you're not going to trust a lot of these places, and a lot of the places, they're not going to serve. It's going to be a waste of money to buy a plate and spend the full amount on the plate when all you're going to eat is the meat anyways. So that is a ton of money. That's no DoorDash. That's no Uber Eats. That's a ton of money saved. There's a few other reasons why you're going to save a lot of money, not going to the doctor or anything like that, but those are some of the main reasons why you do save a ton. And once again, don't go in there and buy the most expensive meats if you can't afford it. Get the cheap stuff. You don't have to get the grass-fed. I spent my entire carnivore journey, and that's almost 2 years at this point, and I rarely bought grass-fed. Yeah, sure, it's healthier, but that's for the people that can afford it, not me.